Do you ever tire of and sometimes don't want to check your social media, but you're too scared that your friends will get mad at you for not liking their post? Well, then, a Twitter bot is for you. When you're done with this project, you will have a mindful bot who will check your social media accounts and like your friend's response. I've done this with the CVUSD superintendent who likes to tweet and uses the hashtag another great day in CVUSD. He sometimes only gets one like, and guess what? That's from me. So what we're going to do is download and install a program called Node.js. Make sure that you have a Twitter account and that you know the username and password to your account. And let's get going. So I think the first thing we should do is talk about how the internet works. Because we're going to use a program called Node.js, and we're going to create a server that can serve up web pages, but it's going to be more like a software server. Let me explain. I'm going to first open up Adobe Animate, and try to draw you a nice picture. Okay, so let's get a nice big screen here. And let's see if Paul could come in and play with you guys. Hey, Paul, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Doing good? Okay. Paul's not playing yet today. Oh, there he is. Hey, Paul. Why are you so mad? I'm going too. All right. Yes. I've been gone for a long time. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm back in. Let's play it. Let's do it right. And what's this? What's this line above my head? I don't know what that is. Huh. Anyway. All right, Paul. Be cool. Can you be cool? Yeah. Cool. All right. Kick back. All right, so I think it's important to draw this up. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is draw, since this is cloud computing, and we are going to use AWS Cloud architecture here. Let's call this AWS for lack of a better term, and because I'm an Amazon Educate ambassador. So I think I'm kind of obligated to prop them a little bit. Anyway, so let's say you have a computer right here, all right, and it's your laptop, and you're just cruising the internet. You're trying to, oh my drawings are very bad. Can I start over on that? That's not very good. All right, I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna get. All right, yeah, Paul, I'm a little rusty. Yep, I know. I'm a little. No, don't hurt me. I'm a little rusty. I get it. All right, let's be cool. All right, everyone's cool. All right. So here's my computer that I am on the internet with. That's a little bit better. I think if I start with this diamond shape, I'm more apt to create a good picture of a computer. All right, so there's my computer, and let's say you have some things like this. And let's say you're going to get on the internet. Okay. What happens is your computer will send an internet request to the cloud. And I'll describe to you in a second. It's not a cloud. All right. So here's a request for files. I want to see some files, text, pictures of something on another computer. And it's really not in the cloud. It's actually something called a server. Okay, and there's a bunch of web servers. Let's say this is some kind of, it doesn't even look like this, but let's make this our server somewhere. All right. And of course, we got to make this our Amazon server, right? Okay, so an Amazon server, and it is a web server. Okay, which would be different than a file server or print server. This thing actually lets people come into its computer and look at its files anonymously. So you don't have to give up your name or anything. So web servers have to, that's how we make everything public, is they got to allow you in anonymously, which is quite a trick. But anyway, so when this server serves it up back this way, okay, it is what's called a response. So when someone has a request, it goes back and it gives it back a response. Okay, and the response comes back to your computer, and you have the files or the pictures that you requested. And so a lot of people have their own server. Obviously, Twitter has their own server. Okay, which we're going to make a Twitter bot, so we're going to have to try to access its server. Google has the most servers in the world. Google has over 1 million servers to serve up all that search information and whatnot. Unbelievable. All right. And then there's this thing called Node.js. Okay. So Node.js is not a physical server. It's actually going to be a software server that runs right on your computer. And basically you're going to make requests to this node, and node's going to go ahead. Okay, let's actually draw that if I can sideways here. So the request is going to actually go to your own computer, and then the response back to your own screen is going to come from the node part of this software. Okay. All right, that's how I understand it. I'm sure I'll have people on the blog saying that's not how it works and whatnot. But that's how I understand it. And I think if you understand it that way, it'll help things kind of go through your head easier. Okay. So there is, this is my beautiful drawing. We have the cloud, which isn't really the cloud. If, gosh, I feel like I should show you this. If you want to Google, go to Safari, and you should actually Google sharks and internet. All right, and one of the first videos will come up is actually a shark.
Shark Week! Yeah, what? I missed it?
All right, that actually comes up with this shark that actually attacked our underlying cabling. Let's see if I can see it. This is probably not the video I wanted you guys to see, but I want to get to where does this shark do this at? Well, he doesn't do it on this one. Let's find a different one. Here, let's do this one. How about this one? Hopefully we don't have to see too many commercials so I can show you this. All right. There's actually a shark, and he's biting our cable. This is all our fiber optic lines that are actually under the sea. They're not up in the cloud. They're actually in the water. And there they are. And sharks actually attack this line. And again, that didn't give you a good picture of it. Here it is. Let's look at it right here. There it is. Sharks attacking the internet. It's not the cloud. It's the sea. Okay? All right, enough of that. So you want to get on this tutorial. No more cloud. I guess should I draw sharks here? So this is probably, you definitely don't need to do this. But yeah. All right, there's our shark. Okay, and he has gills right here and a big black eye. And he actually is biting our cabling, something like that. Okay, so it's not a cloud, it's a shark. All right, so let's start this this session, and we're gonna do some new stuff. I'm gonna hide that picture for a second. I might need to use it in a second, and I'm gonna open up something called Terminal. Okay, now back in the day of computers, there was just this. This is all a computer was. In fact, should I make this bigger to make this is when I turn on my computer, that's what I saw. I didn't see any beautiful background. Okay, there's no GUI, no Macintosh interface. There was no Windows. In fact, Windows was just a program. You actually had to go in your applications and start it, like open Windows, that was weird. So you'd actually go into the interface, open window interface. All right, but this is called a command line interface, okay, or a CLI, or in Mac's version, it's just called the terminal. Okay, and we're going to run the computer from this terminal. All right. So you could do a lot of things in the terminal. You could do everything you need to do this on a regular computer. If I go PWD, that says print working directory, and you see I'm just in my home folder. Okay, there it is. And you could change, like, let's say if I want to change my desktop, I'll go change directory, CD, desktop. Okay, so this would be just like clicking on your desktop to go to your desktop when you're on your computer. And I'm going to make this a little smaller so I don't run into myself here or run into Paul. Okay, so I'll bring it down and then up. All right, there you go. All right, you could type in something called clear. All right, so there's nothing on there. All right, and then there's other things you can do, like I'm going to make a folder. Okay, so let's make a folder. MD will make folder. Sometimes it's make dir. Back in the day it was make dir, but I'm finding MD works just as well. And so I can make a folder on my desktop called Node. And you see it shows up right there, right up over there in the corner above Paul. Okay. What? That didn't even come close to hitting you. A folder's not going to hit you in the head. You're safe with me on this computer. Okay. Be cool. All right. Cool. All right. So if I actually go in and I actually say, let's go back to Safari for a second. And if I go to a location called node.js, I could download the latest version. For Mac, it's already detecting that it's on my Mac, or that I'm on a Mac, and it's going to say download this version. And they're working on a current version, okay? But maybe it's not ready yet, so they kind of want you to do the recommended for most users until they get that thing out of beta. I probably should download that 12.12. But anyway, so you download Node. And once you download it, you can now come to your command line and type in Node. And now I'm in like what we talked about, a Node server. I'm going to request things from it, and it's going to bring things back. Okay, so I mean, I could actually just run this just like I'm in JavaScript. So I could go x equals 3, and I could go y equals x times 3. Okay, and it'll run just like a JavaScript script. Okay, it takes variables and everything. I could do console. This is JavaScript's print command. Log hello world. And it'll actually do hello world. I'm not sure what that undefined is. I guess I could do console.log y. Okay, it gives me 9. All right, so it's just like a little JavaScript little console here, and I could work it just like Java. I could write all my JavaScript right here. We're not going to write it here, but you can. Now I'm going to go Control-C and Control-C and get myself out of it, and I'm going to click clear, and then so you guys can see it up there at the top. Now I'm in my desktop. I made that Node folder, but I didn't really put anything in it. In fact, let's CD to that Node folder. All right, now I'm in that Node folder, and if I type in ls, it'll list everything that's in that folder. You'll see there's nothing in there at all. Okay, and what I want to do is actually put something in there, script in there, and show you that anything in there can show up in this folder, and I can run it. So in order to go ahead and script, I'm not going to script in my CLI. I'm going to actually do it in my Sublime. Okay, so here's Sublime. It's a nice little free program. There's a pro version too, but we're just going to do the free one. And I'm going to take this folder and just drag it right in here, and it'll take a whole folder. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and save this file, and I'm going to call it, I'm going to save it in the Node folder. Okay, so I'm going to go desktop, Node, okay, and I'm going to call this, let's call it bot.js. Okay, it'll be a little JavaScript thing. And you can see I could go console, just like I did before, .log, and it turns nice colors so you can kind of see if you're making errors. And I could say hello world, and you can see if I forget a quote, it'll turn white. So the colors mean stuff to you. So as you're coding, it's kind of quickly finds errors before you actually run your programs. So if I go console.log and I save that, and then I go back to my terminal, now I could go node bot.js. Now, remember, I guess I should do that first. I want you to see what direction I'm in my node folder where I saved that. And if I ls it, you'll see there's now a folder in there called bot.js. See that? See that right there? Okay, so I'm going to clear this once again, and I'm going to go ahead and run that by typing in node bot.js. So it's going to run this JS file in my node server. So I return that, it runs hello world. Isn't that beautiful? And if I go back over here and I do some similar things, like I say, x equals 3 and y equals 3 times x, it's actually going to do the calculations for you. And I say minus. Okay, so let's space this out. Let's be neat. Okay, and then I could do console, and it's actually doing code completely. See that for it? Now I just hit return and it pops that in. So just type a couple letters and your coding really goes faster. Okay, log, and then I could say y. Okay, and then I could save it. Now, if it's not saved, it has a little dot up here. See that dot? All right, so that means not saved. Now watch this dot go away when I hit Command S. Watch this. Watch that thing bail. There it is, and it goes to an X. So that's saved. All right. And sometimes you might come over here and run things. Why didn't that work? Why didn't that work? And it's because you didn't save it. So now I save it. Now I can go. Actually, I want to show you a trick. You go up arrow on the keyboard, and it will put your last command in there. So you don't have to type that. So it's things are really fast. You might find that you're faster on the command line than you are in the regular desktop. Okay, so if I run it again, there it is, hello world 9. It actually printed out 9. So that's how we're going to work this program. We're going to make a Twitter bot. We're going to use Sublime. We're going to use our command line. We're going to use a software server called Node.js. So little scripts that I code and want to run on my computer, I could program them in JavaScript and run them from the command line. That's what Node is for. Now what I want to do is show you how to connect and authenticate to the Twitter API and get information to search Twitter. That's it for this segment, and I will get back with you soon. Don't forget to subscribe. And Paul, I just told them, yeah, they could subscribe. I told them, all right? Cool, man. All right. And we'll see you next time.